Hello everyone, welcome to Life After Graduation podcast with Alex and Claire. And today we bring about a very special host and a startup enthusiast, right? Ocean Cheung.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me here. To talk to you guys. So my name is Ocean. I graduated last year from UQ, based in Queensland, and I'm now the program coordinator at Practera. So it's a tech company connecting students, global learners with the world of work.
And we're also curious about your life and in a startup, right? So you also mentioned in your LinkedIn profile startup enthusiast. So how do you define startup enthusiasm?
Yeah, and I guess it's quite easy to tell if you are really passionate about, startups or entrepreneurship. If you're working full time and you can give up your weekends to go to a startup weekend or hackathon, you're pretty much quite passionate about doing, running a startup or, just the ecosystem in general. And I get get involved in entrepreneurship or the whole startup ecosystem in Queensland quite early. A couple of years ago when I was working for the accelerator program. And I just feel like it's amazing. Look at the technologies we have here, look at the problems we are trying to solve here. In Queensland, we're solving world problems. And then I flew to Israel last year in Tel Aviv, so it's like a startup nation, to learn from their entrepreneurs as well. So I really can feel, we are like humans. We are, of course, we're making problems in the world with climate change, everything, but we are also giving solutions to our world. So yeah, and that's why I'm really passionate about starting a business and creating real value and impact. And that's not only saying economic value, but also social value, environmental value to define problems and to give us solutions. As a business, yeah.
And did you realize that it's something already in your gene or something that you just developed it when you were in uni environment?
Yeah, and I guess I always wanted to be the one who I always want to be a leader, I guess, back home in school, but I was really shy. So I don't know, maybe in my genes, like my dad is a sole trader, so he runs like a small business, like a family business. Helping. And I guess after I started startup interns, like my own projects, and I really can feel the pain and the time and effort he put into his business and family after I was working on my own business, and really appreciate all the hard work he did for the family. And I guess he did influence me in my early when I was young. But studying overseas definitely a life-changing moment from a really shy kid becoming a less shy kid, I don't know, but more mature, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
So
yes.
you've grown up. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Grown up from...
Yeah,
that certainly sounds that way.
Yeah. I also see that his story is kind of similar like you, Alex. From a shy boy became a leader of many Excel stations at school.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate.
Just a bit.
Yeah,
tiny bit. I think like I was that shy kid. My parents have their own business as well, and I used to go in there and help out in the family business. It's Cantonese style food because I grew up in a Cantonese environment, and there's a lot of that stereotype that a lot of Chinese Cantonese people have their own restaurants. It's in Australia we do. I used to help out, and it builds the confidence, and then you go every step of your life, and I think I relate to that where you go one step at a time. And Mum always says to me, "You've grown up a lot, Alex," I think, and I always say to her, "I think I have."
Yeah, definitely can relate. And I guess I am the youngest in my family as well. So and I guess in the Asian family, if you're the youngest, a boy, and they put a lot of
It
caring
is.
and yeah. So and that's why when I left my family, when I moved to here, and I really want to do things by myself and want to try things that I haven't done before. So yeah, and that's led to my journey right now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the biggest myth is, ideas is everything. But I mean, it's definitely a myth. It's nothing. So ideas doesn't worth any money. It's all about the executions.
It is.
Because like you can have plenty of ideas. You can have really good ideas, the next unicorn ideas, like $1 billion dollars ideas. But if you don't execute, it's nothing.
It
And the
is.
hard part is not about finding the ideas or finding solutions for problems. The hardest part is executing that idea to make it as a business.
Yep,
So
including.
we always,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, no. So we always include the entrepreneurship mindset. Entrepreneur mindset is all about defining problems, validate your ideas to make sure what you're doing is catering a lot of people, not just yourself. So validate your ideas, find the best solutions to solve that problems, collaborate with other people to have diverse people to work together, and to make it profitable, because you need to sustain yourself. You need to make your ideas sustainable. So that's the whole process. Define problems, validate your ideas, your solutions, and then collaborate with other people, and then launch your business.
It is. So collaborating with other people is one of the key things as well, right?
Yeah, and we always talk about. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about
Yeah,
it.
sure.
We always talk about people first, and then the market, and then the ideas. So you need to find really good really good co-founders to work with you, really good people to work with you who are different to you in terms of skill sets, in terms of expertise, and even different personalities, because diversities push innovation. And then you need to know the market. If the market is profitable, worth doing it, and also impactful as well. And then the last thing is your idea, because your idea alone doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. The idea is just something that connects you with your co-founder, right? Like when I started idea with Alex, I just come in and ask him, "Hey Alex, I think that international students like us need a channel, a station, a podcast, so that we can hear the similar story from other international students as well." And Alex said, "All right, I can do it. I can do that." And he started a lot of student series, which I haven't thought I would do it before. Yep, and we're quite good, yeah, as a company now.
Like getting
Right.
ideas.
Yes.
Like I think I'm not really 100% like into the startup vision, because I haven't, of course, tried it out or anything, but I can relate to what Claire is saying, like when she asked me. For me, it's kind of like I can dedicate a weekend to helping other students. I think that's really passionate about. I do have similar, I think similar background to what you've done in your university days. I got involved with a lot of the student council. I'm really passionate about table tennis. So I've grown up training and playing table tennis for a lot of my childhood and all the way to my university days. And then I planned a lot of events through those times. And then, to be honest, I would say this to a lot of graduates is those are the things that kind of got to my current role that I work in at my company through the graduate program. And I remember going to an interview talking about these things that you've grown a profile. And I think that kind of relates to your to startups as well, is that drive, that motivation, those skills. Soft skills is what we call it. You can have all these technical skills, but I always ask the question is, this is in quotation marks actually, can you sell your product?
Yeah.
Or can you sell yourself? And a lot of people would probably say yes and no. What do you mean by sell yourself? I can do all these things. Why don't you want me? Well, the question is, you got to ask yourself that question. Why do people want you?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot.
Yeah. Right. And also, come back to the point that Ocean mentioned before, networking, pushing yourself to the
yeah, networking.
conference, network event. You might find mentor, you may find your friends, your lifelong friend, and you may find your partner, like your partner in with your business or even with your initiatives. It is, right? So, if you have
Sure.
worked to, right, and what are the perks or the challenges that you have during your startup journey?
Yeah, and I guess a lot of startup founders and myself as well was in the same track of, you really stuck with your ideas and you believe what you're doing is great, but all the foundation are telling you it's not, because like no one's care about what you're doing, and it's you can't make this as a business. And one really obvious example is when founders they hand out their foundation survey in the last thing, saying please fill in these details, fill in your emails and your names, you get a gift card. And that's like, it doesn't mean anything from other people's, but from founders, we all understand if people sign up to your platform because of the gift card, it's not about your product.
It
And
is.
that's definitely a no go, because people are not sign up for a platform, not sign up for your products, and they just want your gift card. So there's no market fit in that scenario. And I was in the same scenario as well. Like I really want to prove myself I was doing correctly, I was on the right track, even I wasn't there. So same as I guess kind of similar to some of the researchers as well. Like they have the hypothesis and they really want to stick with their opinions and stick with their original idea, but the reality is not uh, what's they expected. So I guess as founders, as entrepreneurs, you really need to be critical about what you are doing and what you want to achieve. Because like you have one solution to one problem doesn't mean that's the best solutions. You can do things differently, and you can make it more scalable and sustainable with different ideas. And I guess that's really a good reminder for a lot of people who want to start a business.
Right. You're right about you keeping self promoting. The way you're promoting is not aligned with the vision for your product. So it may mismatch when people come for the promotion rather than for your core product. Right, it is.
Yeah, or just the foundation is not correct, and you are just um, yeah, you're just not doing the right thing because people are not.
Interest.
Yeah. I guess that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, people are not really interested in that. It is. Right. So I also learned a lot from your speak about the way people connect to you, why they connect to you, and is it a long-lasting thing? So that's the way we can think of building a product when we start a business, right? So if you have three words, yeah, this is a fun question of mine, right? So if you have three words to tell yourself, one when to tell you before coming to Australia, second to tell yourself when you are in uni, and yourself when you just graduated, what would you say?
Yeah. I guess before I came to Australia, I would say, keep pushing myself and keep doing different things, like what I did. But I could have done it earlier as well. I guess I'm lucky in a way compared to other students. Like I got the exposure really early, but I always think I can do much more. But yeah. So I guess it's like just do it. Attitude. That's what I'm trying to say. When I was studying, I was burning out a lot because I had too many things on my plate. So and that's kind of conflict, like because I like I was saying keep doing things, but also like stop doing things, and that's kind of conflict. But I guess it's a good skill to learn when you want to stop and make sure you deliver your things with high quality rather than you do a lot of things with, standard. So I guess if I was still in uni, I would share the workload with other people and focusing on one thing with more effort and more, just more commitment and can do things better. And the third thing I would say, after I graduate, probably, that's a hard question. I guess just telling myself be more empathetic, more empathy to understand people have different stories and people came different ways to the career and different journeys. So just respect each other and be more considerate in a nutshell.
Yeah, I can relate myself to your to the way you speak to yourself in three different stages. Younger, more exposure, please, right? When you start uni, be more committed to a thing you are doing, deliver the quality, not the quantity, and get to start collaborate. This is how you can manage yourself to deliver quality things, and later then be more considerate. Thank you. That really meaningful. I think not only for the audience, but even myself can learn a lot from you after this talk.
Oh, thanks.
Really.
I mean, this stage of life. Really good summary.
Thanks. All right. So I think that's pretty much sum up our interview today. Alex, do you want to add some final words?
No, I think you've summed it up very well. I just say that Ocean sounds very determined. I think I've connected with you recently on LinkedIn, and I was really impressed. I'm just going to say that from also a graduate coming out of uni at that point in time. It's just so impressive to see your LinkedIn. And I think I've spoken to someone about this, and they said that it takes time to build that LinkedIn. And I think your LinkedIn shows that.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks. And I guess one more reminder for people who are already being ambitious and being, quite career driven. One thing I want to share is don't lose yourself when you are, creating content and you're putting your stuff out there. And I mean, when you're putting yourself out there, there'll be people who like you and people who are not really. But in the end of the day, keep reminding yourself what's your values and why you started. Keep doing it. Keep getting feedback. Keep getting evaluation, but also be considerate to other people and put yourself in other people's shoes. So,
Right.
Advice.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Ocean. So it's time to end the podcast, and hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. Bye.